Tennessee's drag show felony bill is fucking advancing. They really might pass this shit. And let me remind you that Tennessee takes it a step further and criminalizes dressing as anything other than the gender you were assigned at birth. Now seems like a great time to talk about what happened to the LGBTQ plus people back in 1930s Germany. Trigger warning with this began when Berlin opened its Institute for Sexual Research in 1919, a place where LGBTQ plus people and transgender people could go to receive services and counseling related to being LGBTQ plus and transgender. In 1920, there were over 100 LGBTQ plus bars and cafes in Berlin alone. Germany was making huge progress in this area. In fact, the Scientific Humanitarian Committee in Germany was a group of scientists and LGBTQ plus people who were activists for LGBTQ plus equal rights. Their motto was justice through science and expanded branches throughout Europe, and it was connected to the Institute of Sexual Research. But this LGBTQ plus equality enraged their opponents, who called it a moral crisis. Does that sound familiar? Gay and trans people then started to become targets. And then fascists started to emerge. And they blamed the LGBTQ plus community as destabilizing the country. They claimed that the expansion of LGBTQ plus liberties threatened moral culture. And then what happened next happened fast. All progress was wiped out in the blink of an eye. All of the books that were LGBTQ plus oriented at the Institute of Sexual Research were hauled out and burned. The head of the institute was arrested. And then when Schmittler needed to justify the murder of his political opponents, he said it was because they were gay. The Gestapo opened an anti-gay branch and became anti-gay zealots. As the Gestapo spread throughout Europe, their anti-gay hunt skyrocketed. Gay people across Europe were rounded up and sent to concentration camps, forced to wear a pink triangle so that they could be singled out for horrific abuse and murder. The trans panic of today is quite similar to the LGBTQ plus panic in 1930s Germany. We are using anti-trans laws, anti-gay laws, and anti-drag laws as stepping stones. Book bannings, don't say gay laws, and drag bannings are screaming this is exactly where we're heading. And this doesn't even scratch the surface. I cannot fit it all into one TikTok video. So suffice it to say, we're in fucking trouble. The similarities of now versus what happened in 1930s Germany is horrifying. They will come for everybody who's not a white, cis, het Christian man.